There is a common misconception that people have been having that they are not able to see their roles on the salary immigration list, and so they are not sure if they are able to get a skilled worker visa on that particular role. If you are in that place where you are thinking, am I going to be able to get a skilled worker visa on this role? Am I going to be able to get sponsored on this role? Is my job eligible for a skilled worker visa? All of this and more we're going to answer in this video. If this sounds like something you're interested in, do well to watch this video to the very end and make sure you subscribe to this channel. Give this video a thumbs up right now. Like, please do it right now so that YouTube can recommend it to everyone who is looking for this kind of information. All right, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. Let's dive right into the video. Let me show you.
Go to Google and type gov.uk. It's the official website of the UK government. So it's the very first one. Welcome to gov.uk. Click on that to bring you here, the main page. In the search bar, you type skilled worker visa. It's right on there already. Okay, so I'll just do skilled worker visa. When you scroll down, it gives you the overview and tells you skilled worker visa allows you to come to the UK to stay in the UK to do an eligible job with an approved employer. All right, and it says the visa has been replaced the tier 2 general work visa, and it also allows you to work in UK waters. So what are the eligible jobs? First of all, it gives an overview here. To qualify for a skilled worker visa, you must work for a UK employer that has been approved by the Home Office, and you must also have a certificate of sponsorship called COS from your employer with information about the role you've been offered in the UK. You must do a job that's on the list of eligible occupations. So that's why it is very important to even know what jobs are even eligible for a visa sponsorship. This information is very vital. And also it says you must be paid the minimum salary. How much depends on the type of work you do and the date you got your COS. Okay, so it says the specific eligibility depends on your job. All right, so let's click on that. Eligibility depends on your job is a link. So what are the eligible jobs? That's the question we're trying to answer. Your job must meet all of the requirements to be eligible for a skilled worker, which we've mentioned before. They say the minimum salary for the type of work you'll be doing is whichever is the highest of 38,700 per year, or the going rate for the type of work you'll be doing. So we've made a previous video on the jobs that have like a reduced amount, which are the jobs on the immigration salary list. So do well to go watch that video to find out the jobs that you're allowed to be sponsored on a lower rate than the minimum salary threshold of 38,700. I'll link that video. So we'll go down this page and then we'll click on this view the table of eligible jobs. All right, so we'll click on that, and then it's a document, so we're going to open it up. Yeah, skilled worker visa eligible occupation and code. So when you scroll down, you will see that the jobs are sorted into occupation code, job type, related job titles, and there's a question at the right hand. If it's eligible for skilled worker, it's either a yes or no. And the very first one is the occupation code 1111. The job type is chief executive and senior officials, and in this particular category you have job related titles like chairman, chief executive, chief servant, grade 5 and above, diplomat and vice president. And are they eligible for a skilled worker visa? And the answer is yes. The next one is elected officers and representatives, councillors in local government and members of parliament. And at the far right hand here, are they eligible for skilled worker visa? And the answer is no. The next one is production managers and directors in manufacturing with job related titles like engineering manager, managing director in engineering, operations manager in manufacturing, production manager and technical manager. And are they eligible for sponsorship? Yes. The next one is production manager and directors in construction. So building service managers, construction managers and directors in building construction, owners of electrical contracting, and also site managers. It says they're eligible for skilled worker visa. The next one is production managers and directors in mining and energy, with job titles such as operations manager in mining, water and energy, quarry manager, service manager in public utilities. Says they're eligible for sponsorship. When you go down the list, you see financial managers and directors like bank managers, finance directors, insurance manager, investment banker, treasury manager. They're eligible for sponsorship. So we go down to marketing, sales and advertising directors under the code 1132 with jobs titles or related job titles such as accounting director in advertising, commercial director, marketing director, media director, sales director, and it says yes, they're eligible for a skilled worker visa. It seems these very first ones are for managers and directors. So let's go down the list and see like what other occupations are eligible for skilled worker visa. So as you go down the list, the next one here is officers in armed forces, like army officer commander armed in the armed forces, flight lieutenant, Royal Navy officer, squadron leader. It says they are not eligible for a skilled worker visa. Let's go and look for positions that are not exactly for managers and directors. There is one here that caught my attention: hairdressing and beauty salon managers and proprietors under the code 1253. Hairdressing salon owners, managers in beauty salon, managers in nail salon, owners of pet grooming salons, and owners of tanning studio and spa managers. They are eligible for a skilled worker visa, guys. Can you see this? As you go down the list, you see roles like chemical scientist under the code 2111, like analytical chemist, development chemist, industrial chemist, laboratory analyst, research scientist in the chemical field, and it says they're eligible for sponsorship. Go to the next one: biological scientists such as agricultural consultant, forensic scientist, horticulturist professional, microbiologist, pathologist. They are eligible for skilled worker visa. Go down and you see biochemist and biomedical scientists like clinical technologists, endocrinologists, histopathologist, medical technologist, medical researcher. They're eligible for visa sponsorship, guys. And as you go down after the engineering positions, you get to the IT project managers, right? Under the code 2131, you see they have related job titles such as change manager in computing, implementation manager in computing, IT project manager, project leader in software design. He says they are all eligible for skilled worker visa. Then you go down, when you go down the list, you see IT managers such as data center manager, data visualization manager, IT manager, network operations manager, computer service, product managers, service delivery managers, telecom managers, and UX managers. They are all eligible for skilled worker visas. To IT business analysts, architects and system designers, since they are all eligible. So the role can be, or the role or the title of this particular job with the occupation code 2133 can be business analysts in computing, data communication analyst, change analyst in computing, system analyst, system consultant, technical analysts in computing, technical architect, user experience architect. They are all eligible for a skilled worker visa. The next one is programmers and software development professionals. So analysts, programmers, database developers, game designers, interactive designers, mobile app developers, programmers, software engineers, and website builders. It says here they are all eligible for a skilled worker visa under the occupation code 2134. Cyber security professionals, they are eligible for a skilled worker visa. IT quality and testing professionals, they are eligible. As you go down the list, you see all of the professions that are eligible. So have you found your occupation or your role here on this list? Then know that you're eligible for a skilled worker visa. Yeah. Physiotherapists, and the role can be electrotherapist, physiotherapist, physiotherapy practitioner. So they can call it, like, it might not be directly physiotherapist, but they can call it something related. So just check for your role and see if you're eligible for a skilled worker visa on that current role you are on right now. Occupational therapist. Occupational therapist in related jobs such as community occupational therapist, pediatric occupational therapist. Then the next one is speech and language therapist with the occupation code 2223, and with job titles such as communication therapist, language therapist, speech and language therapist, and also speech therapist. It says they're eligible for a skilled worker visa. Okay, can you see that, guys? Can you see what I'm saying? As we go down the list, let's see what other professions or occupations are eligible. Midwife, nurses, of course, we all know they're all eligible. If you're a midwife, registered nurse, specialist, mental health nurse, children nurse, or veterinary doctors or veterinarians, they're eligible. Pharmacists, optometrists, dental practitioners, they are all eligible. Paramedics. So if you're working in a role such as ambulance paramedic, emergency care practitioner, paramedic, ECP, you're eligible for a skilled worker visa under the occupation code 2255. Podiatrists. As you go down the list, you see this higher education teaching professionals such as a fellow in a university, or a lecturer in a higher education or university, a professor in higher education or university, a tutor in higher education or university, a university lecturer or university teaching assistant. You're eligible for a skilled worker visa. Guys, can you see that? The next one is if you're in secondary education, or you teach in a secondary education, is for secondary education teaching professionals under the occupation code 2313, and it comprises of roles such as curriculum leader in a secondary school, deputy head teacher in secondary school, head of year in a secondary school teacher, sixth form college teacher in secondary school. You're eligible for a skilled worker visa. Can you see it, guys? Even primary school teaching professionals, it says they're eligible, such as deputy head teacher in primary school, infant teacher, junior school teacher, or primary school teacher. You're eligible for sponsorship under the occupation code 2314. Nursery education teaching professionals, such as kindergarten teacher or professional, nursery school teacher, preschool teacher, teachers of English as a foreign language, such as TEFL, English as a second language teacher, ESOL tutor. You're also eligible. So as you go down the list, you see what other occupations or roles are eligible for skilled worker visa. Even management consultant and business analyst, they're all eligible. It says right here they are eligible for a skilled worker visa. So what I'm going to be doing is to attach the link to this particular list in the description box of this video, so that you can go out and check your role. And if you are currently working under any of this, you're eligible for a skilled worker visa. And if you need a skilled worker visa, discuss with your organization, and if they are not able to sponsor you, then go look for another organization that is able to sponsor you as soon as possible, because you should be eligible for a skilled worker visa.
So there you have it. Now, even if your job is not on the immigration salary list, it does not mean it is not eligible for a skilled worker visa. The job on this immigration salary list only have reduced salary threshold, so that it can enable employers to bring in international applicants to work on those roles. But it doesn't mean that if your job is not there, you cannot get a skilled worker visa. And the job on the immigration salary list are also high in demand. So it means that the government needs people to fill up these roles very quickly. So the chances of you getting a skilled worker visa on those roles are higher. That's what it means. If you found value from this video and you have not yet subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscription button below to subscribe. And if you have any questions, you can drop them in the comment section. Until I come your way again, see you in my next video. Bye bye.